welcome. And yeah, we have a successful NFT launch after us, a successful week for sure. And we will do this a little bit different this time. We have a lot of questions, and most of your questions cover basically what we have to announce and what we have to talk about. So we will basically go through them from the get-go. But first, I will have, as always, Dev give a little recap about what happened since last Spaces. And yeah, Dev, how are you? How was your last 2 weeks? And also, how did you see the NFT and everything launch this past week? Are you? Oh, he's not speaking yet. All right. So maybe you can give us a quick recap while Dev is having some technical issues, I assume. Let me see. Oh, my connection dropped out.
I'm here. Can you hear me, Adam?
Yeah, I can hear you because I was just I think.
Are you here, Dev?
Okay, Dev had some problems, but yeah,
I don't mind giving a recap. It just in case you can't speak, we might just have to restart this space. But
probably that is the thing.
Hold on one sec. Let me message him.
Maybe let's do that. Maybe let's
on Telegram first. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. As always. Anyways, I'm very happy to see so many familiar faces. Smokey is in, Smokey around, Spiky Spade, obviously, and as always, so many people here. Good to see. Oh, and Dev joined us. Fine, wonderful. Okay, Dev, I was just talking about the last week or two. Give us a quick recap about what happened since last Spaces, and how's the project going?
Yes, I think it might have been 3 weeks since the last one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. It seems like it's been a while. But yeah, no, obviously we've had a very successful NFT launch. At the end of last week, it was I think that there's a question in there, how did it meet our expectations? And yeah, certainly even exceeded mine, to be honest. Like we tried to sort of balance the price and the allocations to sort of make sure we sold out. And I thought it might take like a day or so, but 90 minutes was super impressive. So thank you for everyone who purchased one and has been trading them as well. Went really well. And obviously another thing that sort of opens up funds to the project, which we've always kind of struggled with. So yeah, we've got a lot of ammunition now basically to go and expose Hege to the world basically. Apart from that, the price has been pretty stable actually over the last few weeks. We've been bouncing between 13 and 18 million. So yeah, that's nice to see. The sort of macro, Bitcoin and Ethereum are starting to perk up again, which is nice to see. So hopefully some of that liquidity will start to trickle down into Solana and meme coins as well, which should be good. But yeah, I think in summary, it's been a good few weeks, and especially the NFT collection, we're all super proud of that one.
Wonderful. And I mean, like one of the big highlights after the NFT release, I guess, was yesterday's announcement where we had like a bunch of stuff to announce. That you and Justin took the stage and basically dropped a lot of alpha there. And as I mentioned earlier, we will, get right to the questions as a lot of them involve this announcement and the NFTs. And we start with the first one by Lou and posting today, earlier today, and he asked, what will the buyback mechanism involve and how will it be executed to maximize hedged value? And guys, while we go through these questions, we will, add a lot of information that we have to share with you. So you bear with us as we have like this a different format today. But yeah, Justin, maybe you can talk a little bit about the buyback mechanism.
Yes. So I'll say two things here that are kind of related to your question. The first thing is we announced yesterday that we have a big marketing campaign that we're going to run over the next 2 weeks or so. This will be the biggest marketing campaign that we've ever run in our 6 months history, and we definitely expect the price to go up. So, having said that, we have some very successful NFT sales, and the amount that we're going to need to buy back in hedge from Sol is about $120,000 USD worth. So that's quite a significant amount, and we want to kind of accomplish two things with it. One, we don't want to sort of lose out on what we could get in hedge, right? So we don't want to wait till the end of the marketing campaign that things have been pumped up and now we're buying less with it. We want to kind of get in as early as possible to make sure we maximize our value there. But two, it's really a tool that we can use to help us pump our price during the marketing campaign as well, to create some FOMO, get us trending, get other people into our community, right? Because we get noticed elsewhere on Deck Screener, et cetera. And so we're wanting to balance those two things of one, just kind of silently getting in all before the marketing campaign starts versus using it during the marketing campaign to really pump up our price, but we may not necessarily get as much hedge as we could if we go in before. And so the answer to that is we bought in a small portion of that already, and the majority of it we're going to use to pump our price over the week or two of our marketing campaign. So yeah, we definitely view it as somewhat of a weapon that we can use to spur a pump.
And you mentioned the size, basically similar to like you could almost, it's like equivalent to the VC deal that we started. So it's quite the quite the buying pressure definitely there.
That's right. The Vixus deal was 150K. This is 120K. So it's like another VC deal, but we have full control over it.
Yeah, and just one thing on that, like the actual total amount of like money in hedge, like liquidity wise, is about $500,000. We're buying back over half of that essentially. So the way liquidity works, the higher the market cap gets, the more impact buys have on liquidity and the market cap as well. So this is huge. I can't sort of stress that enough. This is serious stuff right here.
And also, just let everyone else know, we're not buying back. This $120,000 is only a portion of the money that we raised from the NFT sales. We're putting some money aside, about $50,000 aside for project expenses for the next couple of months. So so we got that covered too.
Wonderful, thank you guys. We already mentioned the VC, which of course also was a big hype thing a few weeks ago, and there's just still probably some questions. As the next one is asking by Slim, any update on the VC beyond discounted buys, such as leveraging their relationships? Justin, maybe you can give us some, I think, new information that just happened today about where we are there.
Yeah, so I think we had a great conversation with the VC today. Me, Adam, and Dev, and basically we were on there with their marketing team, and they took a pretty close look at our project. We were pretty impressed and asked a bunch of great questions, and basically gave us a path forward. They basically hit the nail on the head in terms of the strengths and weaknesses of our projects, with at least the way we see it, and sort of gave us a way of addressing it. And the best part is they've done this with a whole bunch of other projects before. They had the tooling for it, they had the manpower for it, and they had the connections. Like this one prong of this strategy will include influencers, and they know the ones they've used. They know the ones that are good, what are bad, and they'll basically do it for us at cost. And so this is something that we're really excited to see in the next several months. So they'll be, I think they said, like a team of 6 people that will be helping us manage our social media accounts, inject analytics in there. That's the great thing. They have ways of seeing how much engagements the things they're doing cause, and they'll even give us targets before they run them. So we'll see if we can improve it or deny it, and then we can see if they're hitting the targets. So I think this is something that's very exciting for us. When we initially signed up for the VC deal, we were hoping for a thought partner. We said we wanted to work with someone who had done some cross media projects, have seen what works, what doesn't work, and I think this is a real benefit here, and the first real tactical thing that we come from that we're like, wow, this is pretty great. I mean, to be fully transparent, and partly it's just on me. We've been sort of busy with the marketing plan and the NFT proposals before that. That was kind of like, these VCs they're not really doing anything beyond buying a little bit of money, and I was pretty negative on them for full transparency. But I think after today, I was like completely flipped. Like I was pretty blown away by their proposal and by the potential of what they're suggesting. I think they basically like hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Like this was like Justin, you said it earlier in our chat that like the first question that they asked, or the first like comment was basically exactly, like seeing our strength but also our weaknesses. And the way they phrased it, I mean, of course, it's, they're trying to sell themselves, obviously, but the way they phrase it is like a whole other team coming on board and joining our team and just, focusing on this. So we, best case scenario, can focus on, developments, future projects, and so on. And they can kind of take some pressure off the, everyday, not the grinding, obviously, because that's still, and I can't stress this enough, this is like still part, of the community. Like we have to, keep doing what we're doing and even develop that. But yeah, they're going to definitely help us quite a bit if it's going to be as promised and as we hope it's going to be.
Yeah, and I think the best part is that with these 6 people, they said they'll approve anything we want them to approve through us first. But from like just a management perspective, they have all the analytics hooked up, and they'll tell us what KPIs they think they should be able to hit. We approve it or we deny it, and then during the campaign, it tracks whether they're hitting the KPIs or not. So like they'll tell us what they're going to do, and then we'll have ways of measuring whether they actually achieve those goals or not, which, from a management perspective, just couldn't be more ideal.
Yeah, it's like a much better approach than trust me, bro, kind of a thing, which is much more common in the space. This is more like a professional business approach, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, like we're as you can hear, we are excited about this. I mean, of course, this was like they will send us over a proposal and so on. We will discuss the details, but we are very, very keen to move forward on that one and looking forward so there's some new stuff to come for sure. Next one is by Vic Castle. Castle asks, how did the NFT launch go in your opinion? Did it exceed your expectations, and what feedback have you gotten personally on it? Definitely, maybe you can chime in on that one.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, like for my own expectations, this definitely sort of blew out of the park. I think a lot of that is sort of down to Justin and sort of the marketing team sort of just really pushing the launch in the last week or so. I think there was points where we were slightly concerned, with the whitelist spots, not filling up as quick as we thought, and then the push in the last week was really great, and essentially made the collection really desirable. And I think the rarities and the distribution as well of rewards for holding the NFTs really made the difference there. Actually, I think if they were just images and there was no utility whatsoever, then I think we would have really struggled. So I think I think it's definitely exceeded my own expectations.
And I think like because you mentioned the rarities, I think like there's obviously some confusion about all of this, and we will address this all in time. But like there's like basically all the platforms that have their own way of calculating, but we have like for us it's important because of the dividend system, and and Justin, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is basically something where we'll probably either stick to the announcement or like, have some minor corrections, but basically have something that is not necessary. That's why I don't think we plan to call it even rarity in that sense. Like it will be basically like dividend tiers, so to speak. And the rarity is, based on different aspects as well on every site. It's calculated differently, right, Justin?
Yeah, that's right. I think NFT projects typically don't give rarity ranks on their own NFTs just because every site, every person, every entity has a different way of valuing what's important to them and not, right? For us, what matters is what NFTs get what dividend multiplier. That's ultimately what we need to release. And I think Riz is working max overtime on that.
100%. Yeah, and also this is, I guess, the moment. I mean, it's been done already, but huge shout out to Riz and Gromitron, and of course also Justin, who Riz and Gromi on the technical side, and Justin on the marketing side, who basically made this, such a huge success. And I think we can't stress this enough how much work everyone here on the team, but those three in particular, I think, put into this side project, this NFT project. So yeah, many thanks also from the team, and I think I can speak for the whole community to you guys as well.
Yeah, I think Riz essentially learned this new skill within a few weeks and created an extremely complex system along with a custom mint page and and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's amazing. We can't thank him enough.
Next one is by the castle again, and he's asking a very simple question: how was your holiday dev? Tell us a little bit about your last week.
Yeah, no, so it's great, thanks. I was just saying earlier, about a month, the last sort of month before I went away, I was just feeling like super like creatively drained and just lacking on energy a little bit. So it's definitely needed, and now I'm back. I feel a lot more refreshed and ready to go, re-energized. But yeah, no, it's nice. Just me and Han had a week in Dubai and just sort of chilled out there. So yeah, it was really good. Thank you.
Next one is by Joe. Fun question: market cap prediction at end of October for everyone speaking. Joe, are you around? Or because if yes, we will skip this one for now and put you on later on the spot and ask you for your prediction. But I don't know if I don't see him yet. Maybe he will join later, and we can take it. But yeah, basically anyone's guess. Okay, next one is what do you think is key? This one is by JB. What do you think is key to really getting the ball rolling on the magical 9-digit MC to get Hedge to the mainstream? It seems we have everything that other coins have that are in the hundreds of millions. I mean, that's I guess the magic, the magic answer, magic question, so to speak.
Yeah, that's it. But I think for this one, sort of just reiterating what Justin mentioned a few minutes ago around the meeting the VC team and all their knowledge they have and recommendations. They really know what they're doing. They've done this many times before. They know the recipe. So we're kind of all ears and just absorbing all the information they have at the moment. And I think that's really going to be the key in to sort of taking the project to the next level.
This and community engagement. And again, we mentioned it as well, but earlier, but like I see, a lot of you guys are already like doing that, but like keeping the community engaged and having, as as we say, people work for our bags. It's key at the end of the day, and the team, working hard can only do that much. At the end of the day, it's about about the community. So everyone who's like putting the work in, like, is super appreciated, and just try to keep the energy going, and we will get there eventually.
Yeah, and I have to point out here, right, just as like hard example so people see, right? Like let's just take the VC deal for example, right? The team, we had said, you know what, we'll put some money aside, we'll wait till we grow to 30 million market cap, and then at that point we'll engage the VCs, right? But the community, Nick and Roy, they came to us and said, hey, like we sense there's a blockage with this VC deal. What can we do to help, right? And we basically told them like, hey, like the VC wants to discount. We need to raise funding. So, and they basically took it in their own hands to go and raise $30,000 for the VC discount, and it made this happen as of a couple of weeks ago, right? So if you just think about the impact that has, that a couple of community members stepped up and did, right? We were like, we're going to wait for that, and then all the information that we would have gotten from the VC that we're getting now, it would have been pushed back a couple of months, right? And everything kind of just gets pushed in the future. But instead, our timeline of sort of hitting this magical 9-digit MC that JB asked, it's just been pulled forward by a couple of months because of community engagement, right? And so I think we, yeah, like as Adam and mentioned, we just can't stress the real impact that this can have, right? And then I think one of the great positives coming out of this NFT raise is we have a lot of people excited and wanting to help us out in all different areas. You know, spinning up the Hedgens Twitter page, brainstorming ideas, things like that. So I think, you know, everyone who wants to help, just please message one of us on a team. Well,
I
just
don't
keep
know.
that up. I think
Yeah.
you know, we will see this 9-digit market cap sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the next one, asked by Smokey. Who is going to win the popularity contest? I think this is the perfect question to ask, especially today, Daph and Justin.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who had this idea, by the way? What the hell is that?
I think they just fed me to the wolves. So
I don't know. It's looking pretty close at the moment.
I mean, this is like Sophie's choice, basically, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Habibi Joe is asking the next one. Basically forwarding another one. Is the 4%, I think it's 5%, actually, I think this is a typo or a mistake. Is the 5% NFT dividend the absolute ceiling for distributions, or does the rarity multiplier increase this value? I guess if it's the absolute ceiling, then technically a common NFT would result in 1 out of 3,609 of the dividend amount. Yeah, I guess that's correct, right, Justin? Maybe you can give us a quick overview about how how exactly, you know, what happens every month and so on.
Yeah, that's right. So so every month what we're planning to do is take a snapshot at a point in time, not set in stone, but let's just say for the purposes of this call, as an example, the first of the month, we'll see who owns, you know, the Hedgens NFTs and has at least 100 Hedge in their account. For all the people that do that, they'll be entitled to a dividend to be paid out. Again, just thinking of a date, let's just say on the 15th of the month. The way the payout's calculated is we'll take 5% of the hedge from the NFT bank. So the NFT bank is stored in a 100% hedge. If let's just say there's 100,000 hedge tokens in there, we'll take 5% of that out. So 5,000 of that out, and it'll be distributed amongst all the NFT holders. Yeah, this 1 divided by 13609, that's if you have a common NFT, you will get that amount. That would be your share. If you have, let's say, on the other end of the spectrum, a 10x multiplier, you'll get 10 divided by 3609 of the 5% taken out from the NFT bank for that month.
Yeah. If this wasn't, yeah, we will, you know, we'll put this also again on the website. If there's any question, I think we already it's portrayed there. But yeah, if you have any questions regarding that, and I'm sure we will, you know, talk about this again before the first payout, and so on. And next question is by Spiky Spades. Basically, I think you just answered it. Do you have to hold your NFT for an entire month to receive the dividend? No. If somebody sells the NFT a few days before the payment, he won't receive any. Exactly. So basically, you will go by the, you know, snapshot basic approach, and I guess the value of the NFTs will then, you know, fluctuate around the suspected time of the snapshot or something like this. But we don't see like the length of holding. We just have snapshot basically.
Yeah, and also just to clarify here, if somebody sells his NFT a few days before the payment, he won't receive any. As long as they had it on a snapshot date, they will receive it. So you can sell the day after the snapshot date, and if we pay 2 weeks later, you will still receive the dividend.
Next one is also regarding the dividends. Dividends are calculated at the day of the payment in Hege. Like if somebody gets $500 of dividend, it's calculated how much Hege is $500. Well, you don't get dollars in dividends. You get Hege based on the 5% of any given payment day. Yeah, basically like how Justin described earlier.
Yeah, that's right. There's 100,000 Hege tokens. 5,000 will be taken. Hege tokens will be taken out to be distributed to dividend holders, and depending on your rarity level, you will get different
amounts. Any update on Upbit? I don't know who wants to take that one. Who's?
I can take that one. I think I've been talking to Upbit. So I'll just give a summary for those of you that haven't necessarily been following this one. So maybe 3 weeks ago or so, Upbit reached out to us, much like Gate.io reached out to us and just said, hey, we'd like to see if your project is suitable for listing. So we sent them all the information, etc. They came back and they said, yeah, we're approved for listing, and we don't have to pay a listing fee. However, we have to provide $10,000 in liquidity tokens and $50,000 for marketing. And we were just like, no, I was just like, no, we can't do that. First of all, I personally, I never thought we would actually list on there. I thought, we'll just go through the motions, see what it takes. If they offer this free listing, fine, we'll take it. If we have to pay any significant amount, we'll just pass, right? So where we are right now is they've come down on their offer, and now they're asking, can we do a $10,000 sort of marketing fee with $10,000 liquidity pool and an all-in cost of $20,000. And honestly, my personal opinion, I know I haven't even talked to anyone about this yet, but my personal opinion is that's not even worth it. I haven't even responded to them yet, but we'll see, right? They might just keep on coming down to a price that we really can't refuse, and then we'll do it. But I think right now we're just waiting. I find with a lot of people in the crypto space, if you just don't respond, they'll just respond to you with a lower price, and so that's what's been happening with not only Upbit but a lot of different codes and vendors. So yeah.
Yeah, you can see that you have some experience after since April here. Like at the beginning, we were handing out money left to right and center, and now it's like we're not even fucking answering Upbit.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is about the social tool. Do we have first impressions how good it works in helping Hege to go viral? I know Dev and Justin, both of you have been talking about Traffic Tide. With Traffic Tide, there's like some second season, let's call it, after the first one, the first test run was run out. What is the status there?
Yeah, I think we saw around. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's about 50 people that were actively posting with it, and I think we had a overall view count of somewhere around 50,000 views, which is good for like first start. But obviously, yeah, we want to ramp it up, and the goal of this is to not get 50,000, but to get millions of views each time. So there's a few changes that the guys have made over at the platform. So yeah, there'll be a second sort of round of that coming out very soon. And again, there'll be incentives for participating.
All right, so it's good. Next one is by Spiky Spade. How do the dev and team find time to work on Hege while working or having other life obligations? Very good question, Spiky Spade. Very good question. Dev, tell me about your, how do you manage to have two lives basically?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, especially in the first like 3 or 4 months of Hege, you kind of just sacrifice the rest of your life. This was the complete everything was hedged basically, even in work and stuff, which isn't good. But yeah, I'd say it's a little bit more balanced now. But yeah, definitely it's hard. You have to kind of be on top of your time management, otherwise you end up working till 2 or 3 a.m. every day, and yeah, that's not good. I don't know how you found it, Justin, but that's my kind of experience with it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same. There's definitely busier periods and slightly not as busy periods, but yeah, it's tough. It is a grind, but yeah, I think we all believe in this thing, and we think if we just keep on putting in the work, eventually, people see that we're massively undervalued, and we'll get to where we deserve to be. Um, I think if I was on another token, it would be hard for me to put in the amount of work that I'm putting in, but because I believe in Hedge and I see the kind of innovations that we're able to come up with over and over again, I kind of feel like we have a real chance of hitting the 9-digit, 10-digit market caps, and it's a short-term sacrifice, but if we make it there, it'll be well worth it in the end.
Yeah, exactly. I think we know we've got a year, maybe a year and a half, the bull run. This is time to focus. This is time to lock in. And I think for everyone listening here, the next sort of year could be the biggest year of our lives, like in terms of financially. It's certainly been for me so far. So I think, I think we all know what potential that Hedge has got, and yeah, working to try and realize that.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, we'll make the sacrifice for the next year and a half if it means we'll be free for the next 20 years after that.
Yeah, spot on.
That's the way to put it for sure. Yeah. Next one is by Mike. When buybacks are going to start, and is it going to be one buyback or spread and multiple over time? Will this be announced? Justin covered this earlier, I think, like at the beginning of the call. So unless there's anything to add, I will go to the next one.
Nope, I'll just say it will be all within the next week or so. So we'll be fully deployed by the end of next week.
Next one again by Spiky Spade. Will the team release rules about dividends, like if there's a deadline to have 100 hedge in the wallet before the day of payment, or is someone buys or trades NFTs during the month and there's a chance to the dividend multiplier? How is this calculated? I think we also covered that more or less, especially the calculation part.
Yep.
The tier part is still kind of, like the details of the buckets, let's say.
I think I'll just add and say that, like, sorry, the details of buckets, we'll cover that, but we'll write it all out and make sure it's published and everybody knows and it's clear and there's no ambiguity before we start paying these dividends.
Next one again by Spiky Spade. Any updates on the utilities of the Friends of Hedge NFTs? So if you guys don't remember, or if you guys knew and joined us with this one NFTs, we have a Friends of Hedge NFT collection, which was basically a donation reward, so to speak. And and I think the utility we used so far was basically the joining the pre-sale of the NFTs of the current collection. But of course, there is the option of further benefits or utilities. And Dev, maybe you want to talk a little bit about what could happen in the future with those.
Yeah, so obviously we mentioned that there's more utility will be built into Hedgeons over time, and obviously for Friends of Hedge, it's still the collection is very much valid, and hold on to them. We're for the NFT utility we built for Hedgeons, then for Friends of Hedge NFTs, we'll find a way to sort of make sure you guys benefit. So whether there's some kind of utility that gets built in, Friends of Hedge will have first access or a special perk, whatever it is. That's not confirmed yet. We're obviously, our main concern at the moment was just getting the launch out of the way and making sure it was successful, which we've achieved now. So yeah, when we get on to building more and developing more utility for it, then Friends of Hedge will have there'll be some kind of benefit essentially around that utility.
Fantastic. Thank you. Just the next one I'll give to you. Spiky Spade asks again, how many Hedge NFTs were made, including Friends of Hedge? So we have 2,222 of the current main NFT collection, and then we have Friends of Hedge, and I don't know the exact number. Do you know, or like off the top of your head, or would we have to look it up?
Yeah, I don't know the exact number either, but it's roughly 70 or so.
All right. So we are around 2,300 NFTs in the Hedgeverse so far, basically.
Yep.
Then let me see. Is this the last one? N asks, is money spent on legacy media worth paying for? I don't know exactly. I like running ads on TV. I don't think is an option for us. I don't think this would be money well spent. But yeah,
I don't think we'll be taking on newspaper ads either.
I think the main thing that came to my mind when I read this question was the different audiences that consume sort of traditional media. You know, the Web3, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. These are all our audience is on these platforms, whereas legacy media tends to be an older population. That don't get me wrong, there's definitely older people that are into meme coins, but we know that there's a general kind of age range we're trying to go for. So that's why the focus is very much on the kind of thing we've been doing, and not so much on we've done billboards, don't get me wrong, but that kind of thing, we found it's quite expensive, and also doesn't reach as many people, and it's also not the kind of audience we're trying to go for.
Sorry, I just saw he answered the news outlets. So I will say that that as part of this marketing campaign, we're doing another round of press releases that'll be to 75 plus news outlets. Many of them, most of them are crypto related, but I'll also be published like the Associated Press, Google News, Benzinga, so some of the other ones too. So yeah, we will get those out, but they'll be in digital form and not like newspapers and such. Where we found that really helped us the first time around was not only in reaching new people, but also it helped with Google search analytics, and it kind of propelled Hedge up to higher levels on their search engines. So I think that'll be helpful once we come there.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you. And the last question is, I think it's the last one by Nick. Will PosterBot work again? Which one was that again? The post.
That was for the videos, I think.
Yeah. Can you answer that?
No, it's we just aren't. We're not got any sort of media on there at the moment, so I think over the next day or so we'll start rolling out videos again, and it will start to give new content out.
Yeah, I think they said they have about 1,000 videos ready, so we are going to have another contest like last time, but this time we're gonna get even more people. We're gonna advertise it on X and stuff that we have this contest in. So there will be people who are just sort of giveaway hunters coming into our community and just posting these on their TikToks for us, which is totally fine, right? We just want more people posting and sort of being all over TikTok and get sort of millions of views this time. So yeah, well, I'm pretty excited about this.
Great. We're getting a last question by Nick that none of us seems to understand. Nick is typing as we speak. Damn, bro. Anyway, we are all boomers apparently. I think this is it. Is there anything we missed that you wanted to announce or talk about, which was not covered by the questions? But I think this went. These questions helped us quite a bit today. And
okay. English or Spanish? Yeah, I still don't know what the meme is. I've heard of it, but yeah, forget it.
Yeah, and no, but I think we covered quite a bit. I think this is an exciting moment. Honestly, I feel like this NFT collection, the stable and slowly rising MC that we have, the budget that we have, the second stage of the VC deal that is coming up marketing wise. I think there's really a lot in store here, and I can literally, I know we keep saying this every time, but I feel like this could be it, kind of, to get to next territory and next tier of a project. And yeah, I think Justin and Dev, I think you have a similar feeling, right, guys?
Yeah, I think with all the VC stuff, especially, is the investment as well as the knowledge we're going to get is going to make us unstoppable, especially with all the funds now that we have to utilize. As I said before, we've really had to kind of do things as efficiently as possible and be super careful about how we spend money. But now that's kind of obviously we're still going to be careful, but it just unlocks a lot of avenues for us to explore that we haven't really been able to in the past. So yeah, it's a very exciting time for the project.
Great. Justin, anything to add?
No, I think that sums it up. I think I'm very excited.
Nice. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. Thanks, Becky Spade, for all the questions. And I guess I see you guys next time. Hear you guys next time. And Jeff, you can I give you the last word always, and you can close the space for us.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. As I said, super excited. We've got a lot lined up.
Joe is here. I can see Joe. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think he's a speaker, but he's not showing up as a speaker at the moment.
All right.
I don't know if it's clipped or whatever, but as I was saying, it's very exciting. I think we're not far away from seeing things really heat up now. So we're keeping pushing on the content, the marketing, and everything else around the project. It's all looking great. I think the Hege NFT collection as well has been it's all gone really well, and we're super happy with it. So that's essentially changed the project now. As I said, it's unlocked funds for us, which we didn't really have before. So super exciting times, and we're kind of at the stage now where we're planning out how we can use that and how we can utilize the funds to push things on. So it's all looking really good. I think we'll leave it there then. Hold on, I've been recorded. Yeah, here he is. Joe's here. Hello,
Joe. Where is he at?
He just requested. I don't know.
Doesn't work. Okay.
He
just turns up at the end, and he would call for his dad again or something. His mom walked in right like last time. He got on space. His mom walked in and he had to ditch us again. All right, I call it a night, and see you guys next time.
Oh, good. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.